Before 1642, when England's theatres were abruptly closed, the stage was alive with energy and invention. Theatres thrived as vibrant centres of culture, drawing crowds from every walk of life. The excitement was palpable, with audiences flocking to see the latest plays, eager for entertainment and new ideas. The world of English drama was in full bloom, and the stage was a place where imagination knew no bounds. The Jacobean period, under King James I, brought darker, more questioning plays, reflecting a nation in flux. Playwrights explored themes of ambition, corruption, and the supernatural, mirroring the uncertainties of the time. Audiences were captivated by stories that delved into the human psyche, challenging old certainties and raising new questions about power and morality. The theatre became a space for both entertainment and deep reflection as England grappled with change. The following Caroline era under Charles I added elegance and sophistication, but also simmering political tension. The plays of this period dazzled with elaborate costumes and intricate stage designs, reflecting the tastes of the royal court. Yet beneath the surface, anxieties about authority and rebellion simmered as the country edged closer to civil war. The theatre became a subtle battleground for ideas, where playwrights navigated the shifting tides of loyalty and dissent. These decades saw a relay of brilliant playwrights, each pushing the boundaries of what theatre could be. Writers like Ben Jonson, John Webster, and Philip Massinger experimented with language, structure, and character, creating works that were both daring and innovative. Backstage, actors and directors collaborated to bring these stories to life, constantly seeking new ways to surprise and move their audiences. The stage became a mirror for society, filled with heroes, villains, and everyday Londoners. Plays reflected the hopes, fears, and humour of the people, offering both escape and insight. The theatre was a living chronicle of the city's pulse, capturing the diversity and dynamism of London life. Theatre was the internet of its day, a place for all classes to gather, laugh, and reflect. From the nobility in their private boxes to the commoners standing in the pit, everyone found a place in the audience. The shared experience of live performance created a sense of community, sparking conversations that continued long after the final curtain. The legacy of Jacobean and Caroline drama is a tapestry of stories that still fascinates us today. These plays, with their bold ideas and unforgettable characters, continue to inspire writers, actors, and audiences around the world. The spirit of invention and daring that defined this golden age of English theatre lives on, reminding us of the enduring power of the stage. In the Jacobean and Caroline eras, the English stage was dominated by the twin forces of comedy and tragedy. These genres didn't just entertain, they shaped the very fabric of theatre, captivating audiences from all walks of life. Theatres glowed with candlelight, and the air buzzed with anticipation as people gathered to witness stories that reflected their world in new and daring ways. Tragedy, in particular, took a much darker and more intense turn than before. Playwrights set their revenge dramas in shadowy, corrupt foreign courts, where betrayal lurked behind every corner and power was always at stake. These plays were filled with shocking twists, ghostly apparitions, and bloody finales that left audiences breathless. The violence and intrigue on stage mirrored the anxieties of a society grappling with uncertainty and change. Meanwhile, comedy, especially the sharp, witty city comedy, brought the vibrant chaos of London's streets to life. These plays poked fun at social climbers, greedy merchants, and the everyday follies of city dwellers. Audiences laughed at the clever wordplay and the satirical portraits of their neighbours, finding both amusement and a gentle critique of their own society. Playwrights of the era were not content to stick to just one genre. They began to blur the lines, creating tragicomedies that swung wildly between danger and laughter, hope and despair. These innovative works kept audiences guessing, as a single play could move from heartbreak to hilarity in a matter of moments. These plays reflected the messiness and unpredictability of real life, mixing sorrow and joy, love and loss, in ways that felt deeply true to the human experience. The stage became a place where the full range of emotions could be explored and expressed. Whether tragic or comic, the theatre held a mirror up to society, exploring timeless themes of power, justice, ambition, and love. Audiences saw their own struggles and dreams reflected in the characters on stage, making the experience both personal and profound. Audiences craved stories that not only entertained them, but also challenged their beliefs and stirred their emotions. The theatre became a gathering place for debate, reflection, and shared excitement. The enduring popularity of both comedy and tragedy during this era reveals a deep hunger for art that could make people think, laugh, and feel deeply. The Jacobean and Caroline stage was a world where every emotion was welcome and every story had the power to move its audience. Meet Thomas Dekkar, a true Londoner whose plays pulse with the city's energy. Though his early life is a mystery, Dekkar's writing career was prolific, often in collaboration to meet demand. Despite personal hardships, including time in debtor's prison, Dekkar's comedies radiate warmth and optimism. He celebrated honesty, hard work, and community, capturing the voices and slang of everyday Londoners. Dekkar's city comedies are filled with relatable characters and a unique brand of humanity. He worked well with others, focusing on stories that connected emotionally with audiences. Dekkar's legacy is his ability to make the ordinary extraordinary, always with a generous spirit. Dekkar's masterpiece, The Shoemaker's Holiday, is a joyful tribute to London's working class. It follows Simon Eyre, a shoemaker who becomes Lord Mayor, celebrating the city's spirit and possibility. In The Honest Whore, Dekkar explores redemption and compassion, treating even outcasts with dignity. The Roaring Girl, co-written with Middleton, features Moll Cutpurse, a bold, independent woman who defies norms. Dekkar's plays focus on apprentices, shopkeepers, and strong women, not just kings and nobles. His characters are everyday people with real hopes and fears. His work remains a warm, vivid window into Jacobean London. In stark contrast to Dekkar, John Marston was the Jacobean stage's angry young man. From a privileged background, Marston's writing was sharp, satirical, and often confrontational. His plays are dark, complex, and deliberately shocking, exposing hypocrisy and corruption. Marston's language is jagged and unconventional, mirroring the chaos of his characters' minds. His career was brief but intense, producing most of his major works in less than a decade before turning to the church. Marston's goal was to provoke and unsettle, not comfort. He pioneered a drama that was psychologically intense and morally challenging. His influence paved the way for even darker tragedies to come. Marston's The Malcontent is a biting tragicomedy, a play that captures the disillusionment and skepticism of its era. Written at a time when England was grappling with political uncertainty and shifting social values, the play's tone is sharp and unflinching. Marston uses his characters to peel back the layers of courtly life, exposing the hypocrisy and self-interest that lurk beneath the surface. The exiled Duke Marlowe, Marston's protagonist, becomes a keen observer of the court's corruption, using his outsider status to reveal the rot at the heart of power. Through his eyes, audiences witness a world where loyalty is rare and betrayal is commonplace. The play blends bitter satire with dark humor, showcasing Marston's unique voice. His wit is razor-sharp, and his dialogue bristles with irony, making audiences laugh even as they squirm at the uncomfortable truths being revealed. In Antonio's Revenge, Marston pushes the revenge tragedy to its absolute limits, creating a world where violence is both shocking and disturbingly familiar. The play's relentless pace and emotional intensity leave little room for comfort. Shocking violence and moral ambiguity dominate the stage, forcing audiences to question the very nature of justice and retribution. Marston's characters are never simply good or evil. They are complex, flawed, and deeply human. The Dutch Courtesan, a city comedy, takes a different approach, shifting the action from the court to the bustling streets of London. Here, Marston explores the temptations and dangers of urban life, where desire and ambition collide. The play is darker and more ambiguous than Dekkar's works, refusing to offer easy answers or simple moral lessons. Instead, Marston delves into the messy realities of human nature, where motives are mixed and outcomes uncertain. Lust, jealousy, and revenge drive the characters, creating a tense atmosphere where every relationship is fraught with suspicion and desire. Marston's world is one where trust is fragile and betrayal always lurks nearby. Marston's plays force audiences to confront uncomfortable truths about society and themselves. His work holds up a mirror to the anxieties and contradictions of Jacobean England, challenging viewers to reflect on their own values. He saw a world obsessed with status and pleasure, where the pursuit of power often led to moral decay. The glittering surface of Jacobean society concealed a deep vein of insecurity and fear. His characters are driven by envy, greed, and vengeance, their actions shaped by the pressures and temptations of their environment. Marston's insight into human motivation remains strikingly relevant today. Where Dekkar celebrated the common citizen, finding hope and resilience in everyday life, Marston took a more critical view, highlighting the flaws and follies of both the powerful and the powerless. Marston satirized the corrupt elite. His plays are powerful, unafraid to challenge authority or expose the darkness at the heart of society. In the end, Marston offers a bleak but compelling vision of Jacobean anxiety, a world where laughter and despair walk hand in hand, and where the search for truth is as urgent as it is unsettling. Dekkar and Marston were opposites. Dekkar, the optimist, Marston, the cynic. Dekkar's plays brim with warmth and faith in ordinary people, his London a place of hope and community. Marston's world is dark, filled with schemers and malcontents, exposing society's hypocrisy. Their writing styles reflect their outlooks. Dekkar's is clear and inviting, Marston's harsh and challenging. The shoemaker's holiday ends in joyful harmony, Antonio's revenge in a shocking bloodbath. They represent the two poles of Jacobean drama, social cohesion versus collapse. Yet both responded to the same turbulent world, offering different truths. Together, they give us a richer, more nuanced portrait of their age. Imagine Jacobean theatres, noisy, crowded, and alive with excitement. Audiences from all walks of life gathered, reacting loudly to every twist and turn. All female roles were played by boys who mastered the art of portraying women on stage. Women, though barred from acting, were vital as audience members and behind-the-scenes contributors. Playwrights wrote strong female characters, knowing women filled the seats and shaped the stories. The lively playhouses and boy actors encouraged bold stories and gender-bending roles. The theatre became a space to explore identity, status, and society in thrilling new ways. 4 centuries later, Dekkar and Marston's plays still resonate. Dekkar's belief in community and redemption feels vital in a divided world. Marston's outrage at hypocrisy and corruption is strikingly modern. Their works capture a society in flux, grappling with change, identity, and power. Reading them side by side reveals the complexity of Jacobean London, its hope and its darkness. Both writers understood human nature's depth, making us laugh, think, and shudder. Their stories prove that great theatre transcends time, speaking to every generation.
Hey there! If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to stay updated with all my latest content, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update.